Your lineup, 7 cars, 8 fast laps, and the top 16 in passing and finishing points combined with the points they earned in qualifying. The top 16 will make up the first 8 rows in tonight's Malvern Bank main event. Plus, our top point earner has the chance to start in our Skyline Materials lucky 6th place starter. Again, if they choose to accept, they will start 6th, and if they can pull off the win tonight, not only will they win the $5,053 going to the winner tonight, but that 6th place starter will get a bonus $900 courtesy of the folks at Skyline Materials. If they cannot do that tonight, if the 6th place runner does not win tonight, we will have not only $5,053 to win tomorrow, but it'll be a $1,050 bonus. If no one wins that, it'll be boosted up again, well over $1,100 when we head to Marshalltown for the Dale DeFrance Memorial. Of course, you can catch that race right here on FloRacing, and Flo, proud streaming partner with the Marshalltown Speedway. They've been that way for quite a last several years now, as we see the pit crews making their way over across the way. Getting ready for 4 big heat races for the Malvern Bank West Series. Again, 3rd ever main show here at the Huset Speedway. Of course, last year, Friday night's portion of the Silver Dollar Nationals got washed out. Thankfully, not as bad as it was a month or so ago, but it was enough water to wash out the race. They moved it to Saturday afternoon. So basically, we had 2 complete shows in one day. Kyle Burke, he won the afternoon show here last year. And then Justin Zeitner picked up one of his 9 wins last year on the tour in that evening show. Caution lights go out across the Huset Speedway. We will go green this time. Here we go, Chris Speaker and Lee Gross. Lee Gross, longtime sprint car racer, making the move over to late models, making his Malvern Bank Series debut tonight. The field will tighten up, and they will go down to the chalk line where they will come to life off of 4. We go green in heat race number 1 here at Huset Speedway for the Malvern Bank Super Late Models. Chris Speaker trying to bounce back after a tough time last year here at Huset. He'll go toe-to-toe with Gross for the race lead. Gross shows the nose there, gives the panel to the 56, and it will be Lee Gross, the sprint car veteran, to lead lap 1. Chris Speaker runs 2nd, Tad Pospisil 3rd, and now Bill Layton Jr. off the bottom of 1 and 2. He'll nose ahead of Dylan Silman. He'll take the 4th spot. Now we're getting close combat action here in turn number 4. Speaker and Pospisil, they take out one of the part of the starting zones, and we go caution. Boy, getting nitty gritty already here in heat race number 1. Chris Speaker and Tad Pospisil tangle, and they catch right the corner of the wall and take out one of the starting zone flags. Man, hate to see that happen. We'll get another quick look at here on the instant replay courtesy of FloRacing. You see it, tight battle going for the 2nd spot into turn number 3, and Pospisil just right into the side as Speaker try to come down. The nose is hook, and Speaker gives a shot to the flag there. Hate to see that happen. So, unfortunately, some sour luck continues here at Huset's for the 9-time Adams County Speedway track champion. Of course, last year, I believe he put it in the outside wall here on the front straightaway in heat racing competition. Speaker, bit of nose damage there, a tough break there. Of course, we'll be heading around his neck of the woods a week from tomorrow over at the Adams County Speedway, our 2nd trip out there for the Ray Houck Memorial Late Model Showdown. We had a great race out there a couple weeks back for the Gail and Karen Hampel Memorial. Justin Zeitner won that event for the 3rd year in a row. We'll see who wins the Houck Memorial next Saturday night as the caution lights go down across the Speedway. Lee Gross, in his Malvern Bank Super Late Model Series debut, will bring the train off of turn number 4. We are back to green here at heat race number 1 at Huset's. Gross wasting little time. Bill Layton Jr.'s got the speed, keeping it up from the last couple of nights with the Tri-State Series. Layton finished 2nd in last night's main event, and he's going to show the nose to Gross off of turn number 4. Gross will fend him off as they head into 1. Gross with that Longhorn chassis looking good up front. Meanwhile, Dylan Silman runs 3rd. Kurt Krantz is 4th. Tad Pospisil runs 5th. Then it's Jake Rich and Chris Speaker. But it's all behind the 4J. Originally from Harwood, North Dakota, now calls Watertown, South Dakota home. Many times the driver in 360 and 410 sprint car competition. And Gross making it look easy here at Huset. Meanwhile, we'll move a little bit further back in the field as Pospisil going after Kurt Kranz for the 4th spot, the defending West Series champion. Kranz swung the corner wide, and Pospisil makes him pay for it. Pospisil now up to position number 4. Meanwhile, Jake Bridge trying to do the same on Kranz for the 5th spot as the top 3 break away. Tad Pospisil currently 2nd in the Malvern Bank West Series point standings coming into the Silver Dollar Nationals weekend as Lee Gross continues to show the way. White flag coming out, final trip around the Speedway for the 4J. Again, originally from Harwood, North Dakota, now calls Watertown, South Dakota home. He'll take it into 3 for the final time, and the checker flag will fly. Heat race number 1 will go to the former sprint car ace. Lee Gross takes heat 1. Bill Ayton Jr. will be 2nd, Dylan Stillman 3rd, then it's Tad Pospisil, Kurt Kranz, Jake Bridge, and Chris Speaker to finish it out. So they'll head down to the scale, make it official in the infield. Give it up for him, your winner of heat race number 1 out of Watertown, South Dakota. He drives the Grinch Sales and Service, Bolt Construction, Nixon Harvesting, Dakota Grinding, My Race Pass, number 1 Welding, number 4J, your winner, Lee Gross. Heat race number 2 rolling out onto the Speedway. Here is your starting lineup as we get Lee Gross down there on the pole for heat number 2. It'll be the Ironman out of Marshalltown, Iowa. That is Daryl DeFrance in the 99D on his outside. From Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, it'll be the 7X of Jesse Glens. Row 2 will be the 10T of Jeff Tharp, and your points leader, the 32C of Chad Holliday. Row 3 on the inside will be the 14 of Kyle Burke. On the outside, the 85 of Josh Leonard. Scheduled to round us out is the 15M of Shane DeMay. DeMay is MIA in this one, so we will go green with 6 here in heat number 2. Right through the middle, the Ironman will have the whole shot. 3 wide for 3rd as Chad Holliday makes it by Jeff Tharp and holds Kyle Burke at bay through 3 and 4. Now Jesse Glenn shows the nose to DeFrance, but the Ironman not fooled. He will lead lap 1. Chad Holliday, good run off the low side. He'll take the 2nd spot as they head through 1 and 2. Kyle Burke staying low, he'll sidestep Jesse Glens for the 3rd spot as they head into turn number 3. Kyle Burke around the low side here at the Huset Speedway. Now Chad Holliday has moved up top, now to the middle lane, trying to follow into Francis tire tracks. Field starts to fan out a little bit as Chad Holliday takes a swipe at DeFrance for the race lead. He'll lose ground on him. Daryl DeFrance, the IMCA spec-powered Dixie chassis, car number 99D, continues to show the way as we will reach the halfway mark in this one this time around. 4 laps in, 4 to go. DeFrance has led every circuit so far. And now Jesse Glenn starting to free fall like Tom Petty right now as Josh Leonard sidesteps him. Oh, and Holliday just about gave a big smooch to the turn 2 concrete. Kyle Burke trying to capitalize it, but Holliday able to correct his mistake and keep the 2nd spot. Now into 1. Burke going low underneath Holliday. Holliday trying to make it the widest Longhorn. He says UH. Off of turn number 2. And the points leader keeps over the silver medal. Keeps the silver medal spot to himself. It's getting action-packed here. We will have the white flag next time by Daryl DeFrance, making this one look easy, saying have at it. Daryl DeFrance, the lone Dixie chassis in the field tonight. He takes the white flag. It's been a solid run. He's put together some good heat races. Hasn't quite gotten that first feature win here with the Malvern Bank Series, but the driver out of Marshalltown, Iowa makes it look easy. Daryl DeFrance wins heat race number 2. Down to the line for 2nd. Holliday by half a nose piece gets it over Kyle Burke. Then it's Jeff Tharp, Josh Leonard, and Jesse Glens. What a race. But your winner, race fans, how about it? As he heads down to the pit area from Marshalltown, Iowa. That is the in memory of Bob Moshman Trucking, Rumor Sports Bar, Hay Construction, Arnold Motor Supply, Action Auto Parts, Area Installations, 99D. Give it up for your Heat 2 winner, Daryl DeFrance. Excellent work there from the wily veteran. As we get ready for heat race number 3, we're going to go rapid fire on it. On the pole, scheduled to be the 44 of Troy Daly. He'll have the 2C of Kerry Umbarger to his outside. Row number 2 will be the 22 of Charlie McKenna and the 91 of Gabe Umbarger. Row 3 will be the 4 of J.C. Wyman, and your fastest qualifier from Group B, the 53 of Andrew Kaziski. Tyler Myers in the 27 will be your 7th and final starter. Well, I say we go rapid fire on this one, and we're going to take a quick lap around here before we get going. And a big thanks to everyone here tonight here at Huset Speedway, day number 3 of the 14th Annual Silver Dollar Nationals. Don't forget, we are back at it again tomorrow with the Malvern Bank West Series. Another complete show, championship points on the line for both nights here for the West Series. The caution lights go out. Troy Daly, Kerry Umbarger, another driver making his series debut tonight. Off at turn number 4, we are green in heat number 3. Umbarger does not get the start he wants. Meanwhile, Gabe Umbarger slips by him to take the second spot, but only for a moment. Meanwhile, the whole shot will go to Troy Daly. T-Roy leads the way into turn 3. Charlie McKenna will settle into position number 2 right now. Daly leads lap 1. McKenna runs second. Now J.C. Wyman works his way to the third spot as now Kerry Umbarger just about caught the concrete on the front stretch. J.C. Wyman looking to advance on McKenna for the second spot. They're side by side. Oh, McKenna gets into the concrete off of 4. He'll slip back a couple of spots. Meanwhile, J.C. Wyman will set his sights on Troy Daly. J.C. Wyman right around the low side. Meanwhile, Andrew Kaczynski looking to the inside. He will keep the 22 of McKenna behind him for the 4th spot. Meanwhile, Kerry Umbarger starting to make his march back up front as he gets by Tyler Myers. Here comes J.C. Wyman again. Battle is on. Where do you go for a great battle? Pick your poison as we go on double vision here at FloRacing. Now J.C. Wyman narrowly missing the lead, and now he'll have it outright off of turn number 2. J.C. Wyman making it worth his while here in car number 4. This team has come oh so close to feature wins this year. Had a heartbreaker at Central Missouri Speedway earlier this year. Had a great run going at Shelby County Speedway as well, but now Wyman getting his Silver Dollar Nationals weekend start off right as Troy Daly now starts to fade. Daly, who was the leader, now falling back to 5th as Gabe Umbarger settles into the 2nd spot. And Andrew Kaczynski up to the 3rd position as the white flag comes out. 1/3 of a mile to go. J.D. Wyman powered Longhorn number 4 out of Griswold, Iowa. He'll take it down the backstretch and into 3 for the final time. Checker flag will fly. J.C. Wyman comes to life late to win heat number 3. Gabe Umbarger will be 2nd, then it's Andrew Kaczynski. Charlie McKenna at the line. I believe it was Troy Daly who got the nod over Umbarger and Tyler Myers. That is the case. The race fans, give it up for him. Your winner of heat number 3, come to us from Griswold, Iowa, in the Clean Car Center, Wyman Body Works, Shore Motor Company, GW Performance, Griswold American Newspapers and Printing number 4. It is J.C. Wyman. Excellent run there as we get our 4th and final Malvern Bank heat race onto the track. Pole center will be the 24M of Cody Martin making his series debut. Also making his series debut, the 20 of Trevor Anderson outside front row. Zach Zeitner of the 76 and Brian Kaczynski will make up row 2. Jason Haney and Justin Zeitner, they'll make up row number 3 with Robert Bitts rounding out the field. 7 more cars, 8 more laps. The top 16 in passing and finishing points will lock themselves into the first 8 rows in our main event as we go green. So it's a pair of series debuters on the front row. Trevor Anderson off the high side will show the race lead. Anderson will lead lap number 1. Cody Martin will settle into position number 2. Meanwhile, Justin Zeitner trying to get that top shelf cranked up just the way he likes it. That is the line he rode to the win at the Rollins Zeitner Memorial last weekend out in Shelby County. Meanwhile, Zach Zeitner coming off a win this past Tuesday night at Shelby County with the IMCA late models. Zach up to the 3rd spot. Now Jason Haney out of shape. Justin Zeitner will make him pay for that as Zeitner takes over position number 5. Right now, Trevor Anderson making his series debut tonight. The Taser-powered Rocket number 20 looking strong early on. Cody Martin in that Tim's Automotive-powered MB Custom in that 2nd spot. Meanwhile, we got a great dogfight for position number 5. Jason Haney around the low side. Hollywood able to nose ahead of Justin Zeitner for that spot. Haney now with the 5th spot as we're halfway done. We'll soon come to the 3 to go mark as Trevor Anderson continues to pick him up and lay him down in car number 20. Field continues to fan out across the Huset Speedway. Brian Kaczynski going after Zach Zeitner for the 3rd position. A lot of great racing here in these heat races. 2 more times around. White flag will be coming out next time by. Trevor Anderson, could he win in his Malvern Bank Series debut? He did not run with us last year here at this event. Trevor Anderson looking good. I believe took a modified down to the Dome either a year or 2 ago for the Gateway Dirt Nationals. Had a good showing there. And now here goes Cody Martin with one last-ditch effort into 3. Anderson makes that the widest XR1 possible. It works out for him. Trevor Anderson goes wire to wire to win heat number 4. Cody Martin is 2nd, Zach Zeitner 3rd. Then it's Brian Kaczynski, Jason Haney, Justin Zeitner, and Robert Bitts to finish us out. So overtime race fans, how about it? Your winner of heat race number 4 from Watertown, South Dakota. Driving the Hawk 20 Motorsports, Dirt Track Supply, 605 Nutrition, Cowboy Country Store, Subway of Miller, number 20, Trevor Anderson. Well, 4 great heat races in the books for the Malvern Banks Super Late Models West Series. Now we keep the fenders on. It's time to kick it up a couple of notches. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series will be next up. We will send it back over. I think we're going to take a quick pause for the cause. You're watching night number 3 of the 14th Annual Silver Dollar Nationals presented by My Race Pass. We'll be back in a moment.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Silver Dollar Nationals presented by My Race Pass. We're here at Huset Speedway. James, we just saw 4 good Malvern Bank West heat races. Shout out to my Marshalltown neighbor, Daryl DeFrance, on getting the win in his heat race.
He's been around a while. He's got several championships. Good to see him. You and I talked to him earlier in the pit area. He's more worried about his helmet blower that he said, man, all it does is leave a dusty spot on my bald spot. And I said, well, we may be able to help you out with that, but I know what that's like. But we had to repair the Nutrient Ag Solution Start Zone flag. Did you notice that?
No, I did not.
That Chris Speaker and Tad Pospischal. So we've got that back up, so we're good to go on that.
By the way, did you know they have tenderloins for sale here at the racetrack now? They've now got tenderloins for sale at the racetrack. That is breaking news. Breaking news.
That's a big tenderloin. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Penske Shocks heat number 1, DJ, for the Victory Fuel pole. Last night's winner, the 32 car. The winner here in 2019 of the Silver Dollar Nationals at I-80. He's out of Oak, Illinois. That's Bobby Pearson on the outside. 4-time Lucas Oil champion. He was the winner of 2013 Silver Dollar Nationals out of Newport, Tennessee, the Kohler Motorsports car of Jimmy Owens.
Row number 2 on the inside out of New Berlin, Illinois. Last year's winner of the Silver Dollar Nationals, runner-up last night. In the B5, it is Brendan Shepard on his outside. He is the 2017 champion of this race in the Rocket 1, Watertown, New York's T-Mac, Tim McCready.
Ricky Thornton Jr., he has not won the Silver Dollar Nationals. Looking forward to for his first one this year. Paid $53,000 tomorrow night. He's in the Kohler Motorsports 20 RTs out of Martinsville, Indiana. And Boo Briggs, the 99B out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania.
Scott Ward in the 37, Carson Ferguson in the 93, and Junior Coover in the 10 will be your final 3 starters. 8 laps the distance. Everybody the A main, and they fire in the Nutrient Ag Solution starting zone.
I like it. Who needs parade laps? Let's go green. Out at turn number 2. Owen slips up just a little bit. Here comes McCready on the bottom as Pierce leads into turn number 3. Bobby last night got his 18th career win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Series. He'll lead lap 1 of Heat 1 here tonight.
Bobby Pierce right now leads a group of cars along the bottom of the racetrack. B-Ship with that left front glued right down to that nearly 2-foot tall berm on the inside of this speedway. It's still going to be Bobby Pierce, your leader, James, at the end of lap number 2.
Yeah, plenty of passing in that Malvern Bank 4 heat races here as they head down the back straightaway again. Everyone's going to transfer to tonight's 40-lap A main, but right now Bobby Pierce looking to sit on the victory fuel pole in 32. McCready's second, Owens runs in third. Off at turn number 2 down the back straightaway.
It's interesting with the open motors here, even with the Malvern Bank cars. A lot of those drivers running the spec motors, or they can run an open motor with a restrictor plate in the Malvern Bank cars. But those guys out there running really both the bottom and the high side of the racetrack, which had developed a pretty good little cushion. Now the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series first Penske Shocks heat race comes out, and right now everybody just tiptoeing around the bottom side of this 1/3 mile oval as they come around to 2 to go.
Bobby Pierce lays dirt on dirt pole. Of course, the number 1 ranked dirt late model driver in the nation. He's won 6 out of his last 7 starts as he gets down the back straightaway. Battle right there side to side as Shepard gets out of shape. Thornton around him at the Kohler Motorsports 20 RT. But it's the Bobby Pierce Racing 32 with the Barron's Performance. 1 lap to go for the Illini driver to sit on the pole here tonight at Huset.
He'll take it through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. The winner of Penske Shocks heat race number 1 is going to be the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce. Second will go to the Rocket 1 of Tim McCready. Third to Jimmy Owens. Fourth to Ricky Thornton Jr. Then it's going to be Brandon Shepard 5th, Boom Briggs 6th, Carson Ferguson 7th, Scott Ward 8th, and Junior Coover 9th. So Owens 3rd, McCready 2nd. There's your winner. He's going to roll from the victory fuel pole in that low voltage solutions. Rio Grande Waste Services, Hooker Trucking, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Toyota, Danville, Carnegie Towing, Vic Hill Powered Longhorn. How about it for the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce?
Bobby Pierce won last night from the outside front row. Tonight, from the first time this year from the victory fuel pole, as he'll be the 17th different driver to start from the victory fuel pole. As we'll start tonight, going after his 2nd straight win. And he wins Penske Shocks Heat 1. Well, Bobby last night, she got the job done from the outside front row. Tonight, starting on the pole, do you feel like it matters as good as this car is?
Yeah, it definitely does. This track is, it is hard to come from the back, but I feel like it's going to be more racy tonight than last night. I feel it gets, it's got some traction top and bottom that once it widens out, it's going to be better, and it just really helps to start on the pole with anywhere you go. So we're glad to start on the pole, see what we can do.
All right, Bobby Pierce, guys, he'll be your victory fuel pole sitter. Summit Racing Equipment heat race number 2 is on the Speedway.
8 laps will once again be the distance in Summit Racing Equipment Heat 2. Everybody makes it to the A main. Your pole sitter in this one looking for a little redemption from last night. Out of Las Cruces, New Mexico, the 58 is Garrett Alberson. And on his outside, out of Dresden, Ohio, looking for what is, James, like his 12th straight top 5 finish. Yep. Now it's going to be the Double Down Motorsports 99 of Devin Moran.
The Dutch Star Motorsports 7, that's Ross Robinson. He's out of Georgetown, Delaware. And on the outside of him, the Greg Bruning Skyline Motorsports Red Horn 157. To Mike Marlar. He's out of Winfield, Tennessee.
O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year candidate, Dade City, Florida's Brendan Smith. He will start from the inside of row 3. And on his outside, the only driver to win the Silver Dollar Nationals 3 times, it's going to be Superman Jonathan Davenport in 49.
Row 4 should be a pair of Keystone State drivers. Max Blair is there in the Brad Spochas Center line of Motorsports 111. No Corey Lawler. And then you have Kurt Schroeder, the 15C, out of Newton, Iowa. So 8 laps, all transfer. The winner starts at the outside of the front row here tonight of Summit Racing Equipment Heat number 2 and the Brandon Ford Pace Truck. Quickly to the infield, DJ. We don't mess around at Huset. We're ready to go.
Absolutely. 2 drivers looking for redemption from last night after getting caught up in an incident. Garrett Alberson and Mike Marlar as they fire the Nutrien Ag Solutions starting zone. We're underway. Alberson with the early hole shot into 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's tough luck last night. They had to rebuild the front end of that car after last night into turn 3. Moran on the outside. They go side by side into turn 3 off of turn 4. Who's going to lead? Lap 1. And it's Moran by half a car length into turn 1. A sporty battle there. Now that first lap, DJ.
Absolutely. Pay attention, first heat race. They were all on the bottom there. They're fanned out 2 wide throughout the field in this one as they stay side by side for the race lead. Half a cat's whisker, the advantage for the 99 of Devin Moran.
as you would say, the track's good.
It's good.
It's good. They still side by side. How about this? And we got side by side back here. Davenport struggling here tonight in 49.
He slipped up down there in turn 2, James, and he fell all the way to the back of the field. Kurt Schroeder got by momentarily. We've doubled it up for you at home. That's the battle for 7th on the right side of your screen, and they're still side by side for the lead. James, they've been side by side since the drop of the green.
Good race between a pair of Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series regulars, Garrett Alberson and Devin Moran. Off at turn 4. Guess what? At the line, it's Alberson by half a car length. Davenport out of the race at 49. Well, all eyes are up front. 58 and 99, as you would say, putting on a show in South Dakota.
You get royalties for that. Here they come around, 2 laps to go, and it's Moran back out front that time. I think they've traded the lead almost every lap in this one, and the most important thing, they have never laid a fender on each other. The Barons Performance 1 to go. Alberson sneaks back out front.
We had to go to 1,000th of a second on fast time last night down the back straight, where they're still side by side. He race of the year, baby. Off at turn 4, Alberson and Moran from the outside of the front row. Alberson by half a car length. What a race. What would you say to the crowd at Huset, Steve Shea? I want to hear it.
Huset Speedway, how about that one? Yeah. Oh, yes, sir.
Baby.
Yes, sir. There's the rundown. Alberson, Moran, Smith, Robinson, Blair, Marlar, as you see Moran and Alberson waving at each other there, congratulating each other.
I'll wave at him.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How about Brendan Smith, third? A shout out to him and the 17 Double S. Great job. Ben Shelton, did you enjoy that one as much as we did? What a race.
Oh, man. If you don't think these guys are athletes, how do they do that and not crash each other every corner of every lap? Great racing. And I tell you what, Devin Moran, it's no big story. He has been really good, especially the past few months. Garrett Alberson, very improved again here this season. 4 wins, but he's looking for his first Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win. He will start outside front row for tonight's 40-lapper after winning Summit Racing Equipment Heat Race number 2. That's his 11th Simpson Race Products Heat Race win of the year, and that one was thrilling as the New Mexico native will pull off his helmet. So he said 6th in the current Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series standings. Garrett, how much fun did you just have in that heat race?
Yeah, that was pretty cool right there. Yeah, that was one of the more probably nerve-wracking but special heat races I've had. You know, Devin's a good friend, and it was cool. We raced clean and hard. We were side by side the whole race, and I don't think any of us knew what we were going to get right there at the line. I was lucky I was good off before. That was the only thing that really saved me there at the end, so that was awesome.
Well, he gets the jive done. He'll start second here tonight and try to become the 92nd different driver to win a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series feature. Guys, it's time for Earnhardt Technologies Heat 3.
Man, that was awesome. Give me that again. Here we go. Earnhardt Technologies Heat number 3. Starting on the pole out of Renner, South Dakota. He is the current Tri-State Late Model Series points leader. The 76 is Snowdrift. Blair Nodorf, and on the outside of him, out of Mount Vernon, Iowa, the 4-time and reigning Lucas Oil MLRA champ. And the 25, it is Chad Simpson.
Well, the Big Perm won the last Winter Nationals at East Bay back in February. He was 3rd here last night at the James Radliff 18D. He's out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. And on the outside of the Brian Green wrench, number 6, currently 2nd in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase out of Jupiter, Florida. That is Clay Harris.
He's the leader in the current O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. Drake Troutman out of Hyndman, Pennsylvania, starting 5th on his outside. Out of New Waverly, Texas, in the Best Performance Motorsports, number 1, Turbo Tyler Erb.
Starting inside of row number 4, had his 2-race win streak snapped here last night. He is the defending Lucas Oil champion, the 71 out of Martinsville, ending at Hudson O'Neill, and the 07 in the Swartz car. That is Ben Sukup at 07.
Ben, you got something? No, you don't. Psych. All right, here we go. Boy, this is an eclectic mix of cars here. 8 different states represented with 8 cars in Earnhardt Technologies Heat 3. 8 laps the distance. They go green in the new Drain Ag Solutions starting zone.
The winner starts inside row number 2, Chad Simpson. Been a struggle the last week here, but he's trying to get it turned around at 34 and at Shelby County. But you know what he can do? The current Lucas Oil MLRA points leader, the Johnson Holding Company 25. He'll lead lap 1 over the track record holder Blair Nodorf.
Nodorf down on the inside, trying to bring Dalton Wilson with him, and Simpson slipped up a little bit there, coming off turn number 2. Could we have another side-by-side duel in this one? Oh, man. Huset's showing out tonight, baby, as there they go, side-by-side again. This is what we've been waiting to see from Huset Speedway, James.
Blair Nodorf just lives 8 miles up the road in Renner, South Dakota, and he's going to take the lead on lap 3. 2 different leaders in the first 3 laps, and here comes Big Perm at 18D. The winner starts inside row 2 tonight in the 40-lap A main. We know the front row, but who's going to roll inside of row number 2? Blair Nodorf at the halfway mark. Oh, that would be a popular win for the South Dakota driver.
Yes,
side by side for second, DJ.
Yeah, Simpson having a little bit of trouble keeping that 25 glued to the bottom, particularly coming off the corners, as he's going to open up the door for Dalton Wilson. Big Perm gets by, 5 down, 3 to go in this one, and now Dalton Wilson going to try to erase 0.8 of a second. That's the advantage Blair Nodorf has, but there's just 2 laps remaining in Earnhardt Technologies heat race number 3.
Father Troy Nodorf's car. Nodorf, he messes up just a little bit. Here comes Wilson. He's cut it down to 2 car lengths. It was 0.8 of a second. The Barrett's performance, 1 lap to go. Will we have another last lap win here between, it's either going to be Nodorf or Wilson out of 2, DJ?
Oh boy, Wilson slipped up ever so slightly coming off corner number 2. He'll drive it in deep through 3 and 4. Not going to be enough. There's a snowdrift at Huset's tonight. Blair Nodorf going to get the win in Earnhardt Technologies heat race number 3. Dalton Wilson 2nd, Chad Simpson 3rd, Drake Troutman 4th, Hudson O'Neal 5th, Clay Harris 6th, Tyler Erb 7th, and Ben Sukup 8th. So 3rd spot goes to Chad Simpson, 2nd goes to Dalton Wilson. And how about this one, Huset's your winner? In the Bargain Barn Tire Center, Asphalt Pros, Western Provisions, Grandpa Ben's Ranch, Glanzer Trucking, Howe Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, sponsored 76 from just up the road, Renner, South Dakota's Snowdrift, Blair Nodorf.
Your track record holder, 2020 Tri-State Late Model Series champion. Well, Blair, how about that one? 14th last night. That's more like it from 3rd tonight. What kind of party would we have here in South Dakota if you can get your first win?
It'd be a pretty big party in the hometown crowd. Yeah, it was pretty fun out there. It's a little 1 lane out around the bottom right now. Hopefully it'll be a 2-lane racetrack tonight. Unlike last night, it was top dominant. So hopefully it produces a good racetrack, and hopefully we have some fun tonight.
Race fans, how about it from Renner, South Dakota? Blair Nodorf wins Earnhardt Technologies Heat 3. Guys, that is going to wrap up the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series heat race action. I think we may have a B main in just a moment for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Series, as we will throw it back up top. Heat race action in the books.
All right, thanks a lot, Ben. Appreciate that. Well, this is an opportunity for those of you here on the grounds to maybe stand up, stretch your legs, visit the facilities, grab yourself a drink, or maybe grab yourself something to eat from the concession stand. If you're watching at home, a chance to do the same. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the 14th running of the Silver Dollar Nationals presented by My Race Pass right after this.
ARP, the ultimate fasteners for racing in the dirt. With high horsepower demands, ARP delivers maximum clamping force and performance. When failure on the dirt is not an option, it's ARP-bolts.com.
At Big River Steel, we've always been known as innovators. We dared to make new rules as the world's first flex mill, including supplying the auto and electrical industries with steels that other mills like us can't, all while showing what it means to be a sustainable steelmaker. We're proud to be the world's first and only LEED-certified steel production facility. Now, as part of U.S. Steel, we're committed to making steels that are best for all. You could say it's the innovator in
General Tire delivers.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by General Tire. For whatever you do, General Tire delivers. By Lucas Oil, keep that engine alive. And by E3 Spark Plugs, what are you running?
Welcome back to Huset Speedway race fans. We are ready for B feature competition with the Malvern Banks Super Late Models West Series here on night number 3 of the 14th annual Silver Dollar Nationals presented by My Race Pass. For those who are joining us live on My Race Pass, don't forget you can join us in on our live announcer audio tonight here from the Huset Speedway. That is with an all-access pass to the My Race Pass app. We're ready to go with our Predator Custom Trailers B feature for the Malvern Banks Super Late Models. 10 laps in distance, the top 4 will lock themselves into tonight's A-main event. We'll take a quick look at that lineup as they are on the speedway right now. Kurt Krantz will be on the pole in the 87. He'll have the 22 of Charlie McKenna to his outside on the front row. Row 2 will be the 10T of Jeff Tharp. On his outside will be the 24M. That'll be Cody Martin. Kerry Umbarger in the 2C and Jesse Glens in the 76 will make up row number 3, while Troy Daly in the 44 and Jake Ridge in the 1 will make up row 4. Row 5 will see the 56 of Chris Speaker and the 27 of Tyler Myers. Scheduled to round us out in row 6 will be the 10X of Robert Bitts and the 15M of Shane DeMay. Again, DeMay not going to make the call.